Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to talk to you about foundations. And nothing lasts without a strong foundation, whether it be a car, physical like a car, like a house, or even something mental or created or business. Gotta have a strong foundation. If you've ever been in an accident or seen somebody who's had a brand new car, what determines if they total that car is that the foundation is still good, which would be the frame. It doesn't matter what the car looks like or if everything's operational, but the foundation is strong. A house has to have a strong foundation. It's very plain and clear, and it has just one purpose in keeping everything together. As long as that foundation is not cracked or destroyed, that house can be maintained or repaired. Uh, our country has a foundation. A lot of people, even previous administrations, claimed that this country was not based on Christian values. I beg to disagree. Our foundation is our Constitution, which was based on Christian values and acceptance to other religions come to this country. It was based on the freedom of speech. It was based on the Second Amendment and the government not instituting any legislation on the people that it wouldn't on itself. I feel right now that the foundation of this country is being slowly cracked and torn apart. They've ripped Christianity out of our schools. They've ripped, are trying to rip, our freedom of speech. They're trying to rip away our right to bear arms to defend ourselves against a tyrannical government. A lot of people think that a lot of us carry weapons or own weapons simply because we're worried about our neighbors. That's not why the Second Amendment was placed in the Constitution. It was placed in the Constitution so that our government wouldn't get so tyrannical and start ripping away the foundation of this country. People realize, bureaucrats and Democrats, Republicans, all politicians realize that that foundation is very important. And the only way that they can distract people from that foundation is to separate them. It's to separate them by color, by religion, by thought process, conservative, Democrat, vaccinated, unvaccinated, mask, no mask. They have to find any way they can to separate us so that we forget about the foundation of our country. They will succeed if we continue to argue over things that don't matter. Now, I have a lot of Christian values. I'm not ashamed of them. And when I say that I'm a Christian, doesn't mean that I hate. Because I don't believe in homosexuality doesn't mean that I hate homosexuals. It doesn't mean that. It means that in my heart and my religion, that it's not for me. It doesn't mean that I hate Muslims because I am Christian. It's just that I am Christian. That's all that means. And I understand that it's not fair for me to push my beliefs and my values and what I think on other people. It's important for me to share and discuss. That way that if somebody's thinking something differently, we can come to some middle where we both understand where we're coming from. And maybe if all of us can continue to do that, have discussions, share ideas, and tell people exactly what we really want. Discuss it, not push, but discuss our ideas, not push our ideas on people. Then maybe we can get the American people back together and discuss what's really going on. It's not about them raising taxes. The question that we need to ask is exactly where our tax money is going and why did it run out. Now, if I run out of money in my bank, they don't say, hey, we're going to raise your debt ceiling. No, they usually cancel my credit cards. They don't care if I can't pay my bill. We need to hold those accountable. Let's quit counting holding each other accountable, and hold the people who are supposed to be our voices. And when I say voices, I mean people in Congress and Senate. They're supposed to be our voices, even though people like AOC claim to be a leader. You weren't elected as a leader. You were elected as a voice. It wasn't your job. It's not their job to tell us what is good for us. It's their job to listen to us. That's it. But they're slowly trying to change this and cracking and destroying our foundation. If we're not careful, just like a house in an earthquake, if that foundation is cracked, the rest will crumble and it will fall upon itself, and the people inside will be crushed. I'm Dion Alexander, American First.